What's up, guys? My name is Eric Hopkins, and welcome to the Jailcast. This is my non-spoiler review for Alien Covenant that come out this weekend. I went and seen this movie with my dad this weekend, and we're both pretty good fans of the Alien franchise. He kind of got me interested in it as I was growing up a little bit, as he used to watch it when I was a kid. And I'll tell you this right up front. To me, again, I'm not going to go into spoilers here, but to me, the title of the movie is a little misleading. Obviously, a lot of people did not care for Prometheus. That was directed by Ridley Scott as well before this film, and it's the prequel, or Alien Covenant is the sequel to Prometheus, and this is more, to me, I felt, a sequel to Prometheus. It was not an Alien movie, so to speak. It is directly a sequel to Prometheus. This could have been called Prometheus 2, and it would have been just fine. Now, however, the xenomorph alien is indeed in this film, unlike in Prometheus. But the majority of this film, it is centered around the story and is very plot driven. And the synthetic David, who played by Michael Fassbender, is a major part of this film, as he was in Prometheus. It tells the story of what happens with him for the most part after the events of Prometheus took place, and it obviously reveals what happens to those Elizabeth Shaw and other characters, obviously, that was from that film. But the one thing that this film does very, very well, again, without ruining anything, it tells us exactly where the aliens came from. It's an alien origin story. So in that case, the title is not misleading. But to me, it just seemed like with the amount of time that the alien itself was in this film, was a little shocking. Basically, if you've seen the trailers, you've seen a lot of the alien footage. There is some that they didn't show you, but for the most part, it's more about the creation and the idea of the creation of where aliens come from. What the idea of should you serve your creator, or should you become the creator? It's a very interesting dynamic, and I like the storytelling here. It was just not something I expected to see from an alien film. And there's a lot of guts and blood and horror and all that in this film. In that regard, this film does a very good job of that. I've thought all the alien films have done a pretty good job of that. Just to me personally, I thought that this wasn't as strong. Obviously, obviously this is high praise. You can't compare this to Alien, the original Alien, or Aliens, or anything like that. Those are the two best films in this series. But to me, I just felt like Alien Covenant was more on the Prometheus side. If you didn't like Prometheus, I don't think you're going to like this at all. But if you enjoyed Prometheus, and I was one of the guys who actually did enjoy Prometheus for what it was different. But this is an expansion on that idea. And once you see Alien Covenant, a big plus here, once you see Alien Covenant and you go back and watch Prometheus, things start to make a lot more sense. So in that regard, it makes Prometheus a better film. So for those of you who didn't like Prometheus and you see this, you may go back and actually change your tune on it a little bit. So in that case, I really enjoyed that. I love it when a movie comes out and then you start to see how it becomes better after you see its sequel. So all in all, the actors in this film do a great job. I thought that Danny McBride did an exceptional job. James Franco is actually in this movie, believe it or not. It's a very, very, very small role. But the other actors in this film also did a tremendous job with the roles that they were given. I thought they did a great job of creating that sense of fear that you have to have in an alien movie. So overall, I thought they did a pretty good job. And obviously, Michael Fassbender is great as the android David. I just thought that he also plays another android, Walter, in the film. So they're kind of like brothers. They're of the same model, or little different age in the design and things like that. But otherwise, he does a great job of playing both roles. And I just really, there's also a twist in this film, again, without, I'm not going to ruin it here or anything, but the very ending, there's a really cool, neat twist that, if you're a keen moviegoer, you probably catch, halfway through the film. But for those of you who don't, it's really cool. But me personally, I saw it coming. I just thought that it was a pretty cool way of doing it, and it really sets up the next film, which the director has said it will be called Alien Awakening. So again, about halfway through the film, if you've heard that news about the Alien Awakening title, it starts to click in your head. Okay, I see where they're going here. So now this film did not do that well at the box office. It has made $36 million on opening weekend for, I think, around a $90 million budget. So it's not the best, like, blockbuster in the world. And when you take it, especially when you look into comparison, like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, or Volume 2, I should say, has been out for 3 weeks now. And it earned $35 million, only $1 million less in its third weekend than Alien did in its opening weekend. So that right there kind of gives you a bit of an idea. Alien, the legs for the franchise may not be that strong. So I'm hoping, I know Ridley Scott has said he'd like to make 2 more of these films leading up into the original Alien movie. I kind of hope that perhaps Alien Awakening, or the next film he has planned, I hope it's the last one, because otherwise, the studios may get a little nervous, not give him the funding he needs to complete this story. Not only that, Ridley Scott's getting up there. I think he's like in his 80s now, and God forbid something happens to the guy or anything like that, but I would love to see him finish out his storyline here, because I am intrigued by where he wants to take it. I just think that sooner rather than later, we need to wrap this story up to lead into the original Alien film. And I think if they do that, it'll be a good set here, from Prometheus, Alien Covenant, Alien Awakening is the hypothetical film, and then you got the original Alien films going forward. I think that would be a nice long story arc that ends in Sigourney Weaver's story. So I think that would be a very cool thing to see once the whole thing is completed. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm going to give this movie I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. So let me know what you guys think. Did you like Alien Covenant, or do you think it was a horrible film? I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I did enjoy myself. I had a good time out with my dad, and you can't ask for anything more than that. So jump into the comments below. Let me know, and I'll be back here tomorrow with more shows right here on the Jailcast on YouTube. Well, that'll just about do it for me, everybody. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel right here by clicking this round logo right here. Please click on that and subscribe for more trailer reactions, movie reviews, movie news, NFL recap shows, and WWE professional wrestling shows. I'll be going over all those shows, and you can check them out right here on the channel. Also, you can find me on my Facebook and Twitter at facebook.com/Jailcast, or on Twitter at EricJail. So until next time, as always, God bless.